Dear friends, just a comment, a real fast comment about how dangerous the current US and British policy are. The policies of the United States and the policies of the United Kingdom are extremely dangerous, are idiotic actually. So Biden and Johnson are sending thousands of weapons to Ukraine so Ukraine can kill thousands and thousands of Russian soldiers. What might happen? So perhaps Biden and Johnson are telling their people, we are sending thousands of weapons, thousands of Russian soldiers will die, and then Russia will just back up. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. We apologize. We'll go back to Russia. Let's stop the war. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's go back to Russia. I'm sorry. We apologize. Let's get out of Ukraine. That is idiotic. That is absurd. This war in Ukraine is an all or nothing war for Russia. It's an existential threat to Russia. Russia cannot, will not back down. It's absolutely moronic, idiotic thinking. Just thinking that Russia will back down and get out and will get out of Ukraine after the United States and the United Kingdom send thousands and thousands and thousands of weapons and thousands of Russian soldiers are dead because of those weapons. Russia will say, I'm sorry, bye-bye, we're leaving. You win. No, it will not happen. That will not happen. This is an all or nothing. This is a must win for Russia. Afghanistan was not a must win for the United States. It was not a must win. When things got harder over there, the United States, okay, we're leaving, bye-bye. The United States could do that in Afghanistan. Russia cannot do that in Ukraine. This is existential, just like existential was when the communist Soviet Union doesn't exist anymore. The communist Soviet Union tried to put missiles in Cuba in the 60s. That was an existential threat to the United States. The United States will not back down. Russia will not back down. The only thing, actually two things that Russia can do and will do in response to the weapons that the United States and the United Kingdom are sending. And again, this is not my rule. This is Newton's rule. Action, reaction. Okay? It's an action, there is a reaction. This is Newton's rule. The two things that Russia will do or might do. One is declare formal war into Ukraine. Remember, this is not a formal war. Russia said that this is a special military operation. But if Russia declares formally a war against Ukraine, then Russia can mobilize its reserve. It can change its civilian industry into a military industry. It can mobilize the whole country, the reserve. It can send millions of soldiers into Ukraine, and it will crush Ukraine. Or number two, Russia then, another possibility, might do and will do, is using small, I say small in comparison, but small tactical nuclear weapons against Ukraine. That means that Russia in one day will kill dozens of thousands of Ukrainian soldiers and civilians. Nuclear weapons don't discriminate between civilians and military people. Russia will not back down. Russia will not back down. This is how Biden and Johnson are basically lying to the people. They are lying directly. They are telling the American people and the British people, oh, we're sending thousands of weapons to Ukraine, thousands of Russian soldiers will die, and then Russia will back down. That's a lie. Russia will not, cannot back down from this one. The only thing Russia will do is escalation, more escalation. Oh, but Russia cannot use nuclear tactical weapons. Why not? What is the United States going to do? Use tactical nuclear weapons against Russia in Ukraine? No, because that means direct war. Direct war, not a proxy war like right now, but a direct war. That means the start of the formal start of World War III nuclear holocaust. If the United States and the United Kingdom use small tactical nuclear weapons in Ukraine against the Russian army, then that's a war, direct war, and then Russia is going to use strategic level nuclear weapons against the United States and against NATO and against the United Kingdom. Bye-bye New York, bye-bye London, bye-bye LA, bye-bye Miami, bye-bye Washington DC, bye-bye. 700 million people dead, 800 million, 900 million people dead. Just to start, just in the first couple of days. After the nuclear cloud and who knows, maybe the whole world. Bye-bye the whole world. The United States cannot respond to Russia's use of small tactical nuclear weapons with small tactical nuclear weapons, because then we are going to the next level, that is World War III nuclear holocaust. The only thing that the United States can do is breaking diplomatic relationships with Russia, complete embargo, sending more weapons to Ukraine. I don't know who's going to use them because most of the Ukrainian army is going to be dead by then. I don't know who's going to use those weapons. There is not going to be more an Ukrainian army. The United States cannot answer militarily if Russia uses small tactical nuclear weapons inside Ukraine against the Ukrainian army. That's not going to happen, because then we have World War III and nuclear holocaust, and bye-bye Washington DC, bye-bye New York City. Watch out the video that the Russians just played 2 days ago, how they're going to use the Poseidon missile, underwater missile, to create a gigantic super mega tsunami against England, against the United Kingdom, and wipe out the United Kingdom. Watch out the video, it's in YouTube. It's an amazing video. What Russia is telling them, don't mess with us. Yes, you want to declare economic war against Russia? Go for it. Do it. Go ahead. You want to destroy Russia? Go for it. You want to kill thousands and thousands of Russian soldiers with the weapons you are sending to Ukraine? Go for it. No problem. You want to destroy the country of Russia? Go for it. Destroy Russia. Go ahead. No problem. But Russia is going down. But it's not going down alone. You, United States, you, Johnson and the United Kingdom, you are coming down with us. That's the Samson option. Samson is going down. Okay. But before he goes down, he's going to break the columns of the temple, and the temple is coming down, and everybody is going to go down with Samson. If the United States and United Kingdom want to destroy Russia, go for it. No problem. Go for it. But Russia is not going down alone. New York, bye-bye. London, bye-bye. Birmingham, bye-bye. Los Angeles, bye-bye. Miami, bye-bye. That is World War III. Nobody wins. It's mutual, assured destruction. Destruction, and it's assured, and it's mutual. The United States should must stop sending weapons to Ukraine, and the United Kingdom must stop sending weapons to Ukraine, because the only thing they are going to do, they are going to provoke Russia to, one, declare formal war against Ukraine, or two, use small tactical nuclear weapons in Ukraine, and then kill, destroy, eliminate dozens of thousands of Ukrainian soldiers and civilians. Russia is not going to back down. Russia will only escalate further and further and further. This is an existential threat to Russia. It's a must win for Russia. And whenever Biden and Johnson said, we're going to send a lot of weapons to Ukraine to kill thousands and thousands of Russian soldiers so Ukraine can win and Russia will back down and go home. They are lying to you. That is a fake news propaganda lie. Just something to think about. Thank you very much.